to Jake Jackets. Gear up to fire the cannon and hit the ice with your host, Jay Ashdown and Jake Gehringer.
I have no idea. I just found out they're closing down and that was like wonderful. Hopefully I can go tonight.
Yeah, go tonight. Have some fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm covering the Chiefs game tonight, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's cool.
you got paper stuff to do.
Word.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a fun show because trade deadline is happening. Like this shit is crazy. But we had a win and a lot. We had a big win. We had a big loss.
Yes.
But for Kepi Keeper, I don't know how easy this is going to be.
True.
You want me to go first? Because I think I have one.
Who went first last time? Do you remember?
No.
We never remember.
No, we never remember this, do we? I'm gonna go ahead just because I have something in mind. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to a guy that we didn't know this was his nickname. I'm gonna give it to the Slayer.
Yeah, true.
Jack Roslovic with a couple of goals against Ottawa. You said it yourself, dude. When Jack scores, he scores in bunches.
Yes. 2 goals, 6 shots on net, +2 in that game. And he's everywhere. Like when he produces, he's incredibly noticeable, and when he doesn't,
that's also noticeable.
He's invisible.
Because, yeah. Which is weird because he's one of the potential guys we could trade ahead of tomorrow.
I'd imagine he's gonna stay.
I would think so. There's a lot more rumors about Max swirling, but
Max is going to go. They haven't agreed on a contract extension, and they're not just going to keep him for the sake of keeping him. So,
which is a shame because we love the guy.
Yeah, I love the guy. I'd love to have him back. I mean, but it's a business, and they're looking for their future. And frankly, with how crowded just the center line's going to be, like
just forwards, like literally all the forwards are so crowded.
Just down the center, it's tough. So I get it. I'm gonna miss him, but I get it.
Me too. But yeah, Rosie's getting my Kepi.
Fair enough. I have my Kepi. I'm going to give it to Elvis for 2 reasons. One, he played very well at Ottawa, stopped 30 of 31, and 2, goalie assist.
Hey, goalie point!
Let's go.
Love goalie points.
Also, he had an assist on the game-winning goal, so yeah.
Oh, like Berube did?
Yeah, talk about a guy who contributes at both ends of the ice.
Hell yeah, right? And off, because, oh my God. There's literally an oh my God tweet from the Blue Jackets that's just him with like his, arrival outfit or whatever. I swear to God, these hockey players are like, even if it's just a suit or whatever,
they're
so fashionable when they just arrive anywhere.
Right.
Which is hilarious to me. And then you look at like some of the other, suits and everything that Elvis has worn. I don't know why I'm stuck on this, but it's like, especially the one he had for opening night for Kivy, the Joker suit. Oh, it was perfect.
I don't remember it.
Dude, it was purple suit, green tie. It was full on Jack Nicholson Joker.
Damn.
It was awesome.
Yeah, the only person I usually pay attention to for what they're wearing is Patty.
Cole's got some good ones.
I can promise you I've never seen any of what he has worn this year.
Well, I mean, because they're always posting Patrick's, right?
Yeah, because Patrick's the one I care about the most.
I mean, Yes, fair enough.
because his style is just so fun.
His the St. Patrick's Day tweet was great.
I believe, yeah.
But yeah, so Elvis and Jack, pretty solid Keppies, right? Like those are guys that haven't gotten any in a while.
Yeah.
Recapping the games, I mean, you hope to beat Ottawa.
And yeah, you hope to. I mean, we talked about it. Like you hope to beat Ottawa. And the reason I liked what I saw, just generally speaking, like a 4-1 win over the Senators, is it a huge deal? In the grand scheme of things, I would say the answer is no, but I think it's a good thing to see because we talk about how what a pain in the ass the Senators are to play against.
Well, yeah, they always are.
Their record isn't great, but DJ Smith's a good coach, and they battle in every game that they're in. And I thought the Senators played pretty well, but Elvis stood his ground. He was excellent. God, we scored 4 goals, but God, Forsberg made some unbelievable saves in that game.
I miss Anton. I'm glad he's gotten like a reclamation shot over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to have him back in this team.
Yeah.
He looked pretty damn good. Roslovic looked really damn good.
I mean, because
it was incredibly noticeable. I mean, the pass that Werenski had, getting it to Eric Robinson for the game-winning goal was just unbelievable.
How about Robbie? Like,
good to have him back. He's out for a while. He comes back and he's noticeable. In the first couple of games that he plays, it's big. He's definitely not the most skilled guy on the team.
He's definitely one of those fourth line guys that we just love because of who he is.
He uses his speed to his advantage, and it's something that you notice every night. Mm-hmm. And it's something that's starting to, he's using it to help his offense.
Right. Which is how you should utilize speed, right? Like that's what speed's for.
And it helps when you are a bottom six guy and you're not playing, like 18, 19, 20 minutes a night. Like you go out, like you can just store your speed like for every shift.
You go and you just
0 to 100 the entire time.
And when you're not, when you're playing those sheltered minutes, you really gotta just show up. Like we talk about showing up.
You gotta make your seconds count.
Yeah, you gotta make every second on your shift count.
Yeah.
Curl's getting the last one, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Unassisted, huh? Was that off like a turnover or something? I didn't get to watch.
Yeah, it was like off the face off. I think that they turned the puck over and he just got to it and just shot it down. Yeah, it was easy. Perez, this is the first time he's got 10 goals in a season, though.
I think so. We talked about his. I think we talked about his numbers a few episodes ago, and you said his career high in goals was 8.
I'll check real quick.
Tyler Ennis getting the only goal from Ottawa, which Ennis
it's his first career 10 goal season.
Good for Sean.
Yeah,
good for Sean. And I mean, this was a win fueled by local kids. Between 2 goals from Jack and the goal from Sean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
AAA products, right? Yeah.
For real. I mean, we've seen it several different times this year, but I mean, they were incredibly pivotal.
Yeah.
In the game against Ottawa. So it's a complete game. I know that Ottawa's not a great team, so like it's not like it doesn't hold as much weight as it would if you did it against a playoff team, but you can't overlook wins like this because you do, generally speaking, need to show up every night if you want to make to the playoffs for the future, and that includes not playing down to your competition. That's a big thing. Mm-hmm. So that's a good. These are good habits, Jake. These are the habits we want to see them develop. This is why, even though the Blue Jackets have no shot at going to the playoffs, this has been a fucking awesome season, hasn't it been?
Well, yeah, it's been fun to watch. Like, our expectations were low, but
exactly.
at the same time, we're seeing what we want to see, which unfortunately we didn't see what we wanted to see. The next game in the back-to-back, we saw what we kind of expected, but at the same time, like, we're chasing Washington now, but they're saying hell no.
Yeah. I mean, they crushed any chances of that. Like, if we wanted to make the playoffs, they crushed it with that game.
2 goals for Mantha in the first. How good has Anthony Mantha been in Washington?
Yeah, he's been unbelievable this year.
Like, wow. Their rookie, Faravari, scoring in the second, and then Borky gets us on the board. Ovi gets one because, of course, he does. And I think, was it the game before? I think it might have been the game before. But yeah, that was his 38th. Next game, he got his 39th on the year. I'm surprised he hasn't reached 40 yet.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. He hasn't missed any time, has he?
I don't think so. Maybe he missed a couple of games.
No, he's played 61 games.
He's played in everything.
He's got 36 assists. He's got 75 points in the year.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he's been way more of like a complete player this year.
Yeah, he's looking like in his prime, which is just crazy.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I'm trying to get the recap back because my phone glitched. And then Patty scores to start the third because it's Patrick Laine, and he can't. Literally, he is like, yes. This is Patrick. This is the Patrick we need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Patty scores, and then McMichael scores. He needs to get going. For what they need to give him more of a chance.
Yeah, I would say that's a situation where they need to give him a little bit more of a shot because, like he's played in 58 games this season. It doesn't say here. I want to see what his time on ice per game is because I can't imagine
he's been a 3/4. Yeah, he's been a bottom 6.
I can't imagine he's playing more than 13, 14 minutes a night.
Right. I don't know. Let's see. Connor McMichael. Summary. He is averaging, at least over the last 5 games, about 12. Like 11, 12.
So, yeah. That's kind of... So, I'd imagine that's kind of his average for the season.
Edmonton, he skated just above 10, like 10:01.
Okay.
Vancouver, 13-14. Islanders, 12:48. Against us, he skated 11-11, and then against Carolina, he skated. Yeah, make a wish, right? Make a wish for more ice time, Connor. And then against Carolina, he skated the most out of any of this, which was 13-19.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So, especially with that win over Carolina yesterday, the Capitals are finally starting to put it together. And it's not lost on me.
The last 2 goals were Sherry and Kuzi, but
yeah.
It's
not lost on me that the Capitals are finally starting to put it together the second that they get goaltending. Vanacek has finally emerged as their guy.
He's taken the job, which I've seen Caps fans on Discord, especially people like Jess, because she's like one of the most vocal that I interact with. She's turning very anti Sammy.
Yeah, he screams change of scenery guy, doesn't he?
When he's on, but it's only like half the time.
I don't even know if it's been half the time, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just and it's not just this year. He struggled.
Samsonov struggled a lot last year. Yeah.
It doesn't help that he had that, because people don't forget. It doesn't help that he had that turnover in the playoffs either.
Oh, the one that Ovi yelled at him for? Yeah.
Yeah. That literally lost them a game.
Yes. Gosh.
To me, and he had been fine. He hadn't been great, but he'd been fine enough up until that point. I think that's wearing on him. Especially sometimes when you're a young goalie, things like that can get to you, and if you start to struggle a little bit, it's hard to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm. Capitals have
every
enough
goalie
of
goes
getting
through it,
over
I
the
think.
hump that they, yeah.
Think about Fleury, man. Look
Oh
at that
yeah.
dude's career. That dude's got 3 Stanley Cups. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh
There
yeah.
was a
I mean,
3-year
is there any
period.
doubt?
Yeah, there's a 3-year period in a row in Pittsburgh where this dude sucked in the playoffs. And it was a legitimate thing. They had to go out and get Tomas Hertl from the fucking Capitals
Oh yes, I
because
remember
of it.
Vokoun. Yes.
And they started Fleury in the playoffs, and after like 4 games against the Islanders in 2013, they were like, "We can't do it. We got to make the change." And he still went on to win 2 more cups.
Well, like, okay.
Like, it's just it doesn't like goalies go through it. They're weird. They're weird people.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
can
would
attest.
know.
Yes.
And I think the same could be said for Korpisalo, which, he got the bad end of the stick against the Capitals. Did he let in all of them again? Do you know?
So he let in 3 and he got pulled.
Okay.
He let in 3. Elvis gave up the goal to Ferravari. He then let up the goal to McMichael, and then Connor Sherry had an empty net goal.
Oh, okay.
And then the 7th one was a power play goal. So, or no, the Ferravari goal, my bad, was the one that got Korpisalo pulled.
So he let in 4.
Was to Ovi on the power play.
Oof.
So the 3 goals that Elvis actually let in, because the Sherry one was an empty netter, was a power play goal to Ovi, a power play goal to Evgeny Kuznetsov, and just an unassisted goal at even strength to Connor McMichael.
I mean, if those are the goals that you're gonna let in, those are the kind of goals that you kind of just can't stop. Except for maybe the McMichael one,
I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah. Regardless, it was a rough game, no doubt about it. And it's not lost on me when they start Korpisalo. His career numbers against Washington have been pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no issue with it. But
at the same time, yeah, it's been over. And I don't know if Jarmo's going to make a move ahead of Monday in order to get him his change of scenery or anything.
He needs one badly. Like, I don't even care what the return is. If the return is
at this point
7th, just do it. Just do it for the guy. It's done. It's over. It's not working anymore.
Devin Levi.
What?
Devin Levi.
Yeah.
Please.
Getting the next Devin Levi would be pretty damn sick. I don't even care about the pick. I just want to get rid of him, and it's not necessarily a shot against him.
Well, no, and it's not because we don't.
It gets him in a new spot sooner, and it brings up somebody else sooner. So, like Jeff Berube. Who I think deserves a shot. I think he's more than earned.
We've talked about, give him the spot. Like, yeah.
I've seen enough. I know it was only 3 games, but goddamn, Jake, those 3 games are better than anything else that Corpy has done this season.
Anything, literally anything.
And it's like, look, don't get me wrong, and I've said this about this fan base many times.
We love the person.
The fan base. This fan base really struggles to separate the person from the players sometimes, especially at the goaltending position. Mm-hmm. Nobody in this fan base wanted to hold Sergei Bobrovsky accountable when he sucked in the playoffs. I get it. I love the guy. But at the end of the day,
still do.
Be honest. Just look at the fucking numbers. I understand the breakdown sometimes. I'm not going to blame him for every goal he allows. But at some point, you got to say when a goalie's save percentage is significantly below 90%, that maybe he has something to do with it. And I'm looking at this dude's numbers just in the season. I understand the defense isn't great.
Right.
Okay? He's got an 880 save percentage and a 404 goals against average. At what point do you just say he's not very good?
At one point, I mean, even with his career numbers, right? Because isn't he only
numbers? He's got a 902 save percentage.
902
goals
career
against
902.
Yes, Career
That's
902.
that's not manageable.
163 games. At what point is that a trend?
That's not manageable. You can't
Because
win with that.
everybody like wants to just remember like, oh, well, like, you know, he was really good in the 2019-20 season when we made it to the bubble. He was
Sure.
He had a 911 save percentage and a 260 goals against average. At what point do you look at his career numbers and say, oh, that's the outlier?
Yeah, I mean, we said he carried the burden for us in that season because he kind of had to.
He did.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you look at everything else, you look at the broader scope of things. Is he even a career backup anymore? Like, I get he's still somewhat young. He's prime goalie age, almost 28.
Here's the thing, man. Like, I'm looking at his two largest sample sizes in terms of starting consistently was the 2015-16 season when Bobrovsky got hurt. He started 30 games. He went 16-11-4 with a 920 save percentage, 260 goals against average. Those are pretty damn good numbers.
That's not bad. But yeah.
Then you got fucking 3 seasons in between until you get to 2019 when he started 35 games, went 19-12-5 with a 911 save percentage and 260 goals against average. Weird how he had exactly a 260 goals against average in both of those
situations.
Both times. But like, those are pretty solid numbers. He also had 2 shutouts this season, but like that is 65 games out of 163 that you're looking at in total.
Right.
So the thing that I'm getting here is those are pretty solid numbers when he's consistently been the starter. But you can't rely on him as a backup because in the 13 games in 2016, 905 save percentage, 288. 17 in 2017, 897, 332. 21 the next year, 897, 295. And then in 2020, when he was splitting times, he was 913 and 7, 894, 330. And then this year, 880, 404. So this guy clearly can't be a backup. And I don't know if he's good enough to be a starter, a consistent starter. Is it a situation where he needs to get starts consistently to get a rhythm and be that guy?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe he is, but frankly, I don't think he's good enough to be a starter in the National Hockey League.
I mean, okay. Do you trade him to like, you know, you can't trade him to a Seattle because they have their guys locked up. Do you trade him to a Buffalo? Do you trade him to an Ottawa? To an Arizona?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Arizona is interesting because
of Vejmelka.
Vejmelka and Wedgwood.
Oh, that's right. Wedgie's back.
Yep. Interesting starters in the fact that they're not great. They're wildly inconsistent, but like they have
those dogs are on a heater.
Yeah, they're strange because they could pull a terrible start out of their ass on any given night.
And then their offense puts up like 8. And it's like
they could also pull off a hilariously great night in net on any given night too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so like Vejmelka's J Fresh card is one of the funniest cards I think I've ever seen in my life for a goaltender because it's just red for so many different areas on it. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I literally need to show you this.
Oh,
but then you go to like his quality starts or his excellent starts. It's hilarious
because it's like just fine. It's like blown out of the water.
All right, so let's see this dude. Okay.
I still love that his nickname is Veggie. Like, it's so great.
So, okay. Quality starts 53%.
Oh, okay.
Bad starts 1%.
What?
I'm going to go to some other things real quick. Rebound control 26%. Low danger 28%. Medium danger 35%. High danger 47%. Are you ready for what his excellent starts is?
Oh God, what?
Yes.
What?
Guess what his excellent starts percentage is?
Oh, guess. I thought you said yes. For a second, I was
No.
like, wait.
No.
His excellent starts. I'm gonna say 60.
Higher.
No way. No fucking way.
I would say significantly higher.
85?
Higher.
You're fucking with me.
I'm not.
You're fucking with me, dude. You're what is it?
The 100%.
No way.
This player card specifically says, yeah, this guy, not very great with low danger or medium danger, pretty all right with high danger. Quality starts is, pretty average. Bad starts is hilariously bad, but excellent starts is unbelievable. This guy.
Oh my God.
Everything. You play 6 games. Karel Vejmelka's going to have like 2 quality starts in there, 3 bad starts, and 1 game where he stops like 50.
Where he's just unbeatable.
Yeah. That's exactly what he is.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
And here's the thing, his WAR percentage is 21%. And then we go to Korpisalo, dog, his is 4.
Yeah. Where does he
Quality
go?
starts 10%, excellent starts 18%, bad starts 15%, high danger 4%, medium danger 6%, low danger 36%.
Do you give him okay, maybe you give him a Colin Delia treatment. You trade him over to someone who, is in need of a backup that's a lower team.
Mm-hmm.
You send him to the A in order to get his game back, and then you bring him up and see what he can do.
Yeah, perhaps.
Good job on the muting with the sneeze. You all right?
Yeah.
You all right?
Dude, allergy season's kicking my
Oh,
ass.
dude, always.
My immune system's usually incredible, but the second it gets a little bit warmer and pollen starts to exist, I fold like a dude.
I think that's what it is for us today, because you can tell we're both kind of like, ugh. So, yeah.
Deal Colin Delia. Did I miss that?
Did they?
Is that what you were trying to say? Because I couldn't.
No. What I'm saying is maybe Korpisalo needs that kind of treatment.
Of going to the minors?
Of going to the minors for a little bit, get his game back, and then,
Perhaps. I don't know what it is with this game. Like, frankly, I hate to say it, it might just be that he's just not good enough. It's a legitimate possibility.
Could be it could be the unfortunate truth. But speaking of Washington, I want to give props to Ovi because he's only 2 spots away now.
Yeah, baby.
He's got to chase Mr. Hockey and the Great One. He's past Jaromir Jagr.
Yep.
He's at 769 now? Nice.
Nah, bitch. Don't steal my thunder.
But yeah, it's just this dude's unreal.
He is. He's absolutely incredible. And it's, it was kind of that's the one thing I got out of it was nice to see Laine score in that game against Washington because it's like kind of him going against his idol, the guy that he tries to model his game after.
The guy that he's replicating, yeah.
And God, those two are just so much fun to watch, right?
Oh my God, especially against each other because you just see laser light show just on either end of the ice, right?
And Laine feels like he has to bring it every time he plays them because he's looking at him and he's like, yeah.
This is who I want to be.
It's trying to prove like, sure, obviously like you're Ovi and like nobody's saying that like Laine is on the same level.
Right.
He's not, but it's when they play each other, it's that attitude of like, hey, I can do this too.
Exactly, right.
And it was a rough game for the Jackets. if Corpusella doesn't play, let's say Elvis is in that game. Let's say Elvis is in that game the entire time, so the 3 goals don't happen. Let's just say those are all stopped by Merzlikins. You still lose that game 3-2. So
yeah, unfortunately.
So that tells you how the night went for Columbus.
Oh, it's like, man, I know the playoffs are slipping right through their fingers at this rate.
I mean, it was barely in their grasp to begin with, but it's kind of like official now.
There for a while, they were making it fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You're at 62 games right now. You got 20 games left on the season. You're 15 points behind them.
Behind Washington yeah. Because Boston's been on a heater enough to secure that first wild card.
Yeah, that's over. But it is what it is, man. We're the first team out in the East.
I'll take that, honestly, with the...
I'll take it. Because frankly, like, I don't care about, like, I hate, look, I'm not specifically against tanking, but I know my preference for my team is I want them to win.
Of course.
I want them to secure winning habits. That's what I've seen this year. And frankly, having the Chicago pick gives you the luxury to win, even though you're not going to make the playoffs.
It helps, yes.
You don't have to feel bad about it.
Right.
You can continue to go ahead and try to win. You don't have to worry about maybe slipping a little bit to get a better draft position. No,
thanks, Seth.
And continue to win hockey games.
Thank you, Seth. Right.
Here's the thing, man. This would be kind of cool. Like, so we have 20 games left in the season. We're at 31 wins. What I want to see now, what my end goal is, I want to see them finish the season with 40 plus wins.
If they can go 41 to end it, like, you said you want to see just above 500. If it's like 39, 38 and 5 or whatever the math works out to, like we said in an older episode, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm very pleased with this season. And
Lars has shown what he can do behind the bench. We discussed that last episode.
I think he's a pretty damn good coach. We've seen Line become the exact guy that we wanted him to be. Boone Jenner is the exact captain we wanted him to be, and he's producing.
Z's taking a big step on the back end.
He continues to get better.
Yeah.
Bofus is looking pretty damn good. Like, there's so much to be happy about. And
the rookies look great.
Like we know what the issues are with the team. We know where they need to get better.
Yes.
But like the other areas of question were answered.
Exactly. Again, I want to give our congrats to Ovi for just being historic, right? This guy, did you see Jagr's video?
I did not, but I'm sure it was pretty hilarious.
He gave him congrats, and then it was weird. It was like this weird threatening aura too.
What did he say?
He said something like, that I don't know the exact quote, but he was like, man, I want to give you the congratulations that you deserve, and I want to see you break it. But then just know that I'm still playing, and I can come back, and I can chase you down.
That would be the most Jagr thing ever if he just came back to the NHL and was like, I'm chasing Ovi.
Yeah. He's playing at like 60 just to chase Ovi.
Jesus. He's playing for his 20th NHL team.
It's just Jagr. Like, we love this dude.
Man comes back. He signs a 1-year deal with the Seattle Kraken.
He signs with the Kraken.
Yeah, the marketing for that would be through the roof.
Oh my God, would it ever? It would be their first player number retired, bar none.
The weirdest player retirement ever.
Jagr Kraken 68, just up in climate pledge. Oh my God. But yes, Ovechkin, keep doing it, man. We know you can do it.
Yep. He's going to do it. He's going to break it.
He better.
Been saying it all along.
Dude, if he goes out with a whimper, just shy of it, God,
it's not going to happen.
It better not. His shot's not going anywhere. God.
It's simply not going to happen.
I love how we're talking about this like it's a certainty, and it's like
it is.
It's like, dude, now he's got to break 800 and pass Gordie fucking Howe. And then he's got to get almost 100 more.
Yeah, he'll do it.
So he's got what, 150 roundabout?
Let me check real quick. Because where is he at again? Did you say 769?
I believe so.
Okay. So if he's at 769, Wayne is at 894.
Yes.
And I'm not good at math, but that's 125.
125?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a lot less than I thought.
Now that is assuming that our number is correct.
Right.
I see. Yeah, 769. Yeah, he's only 125 away.
Oh my God.
No, he's gonna do it.
This dude. Isn't it crazy? Like, just think about it, right? You watch this guy, and it's his whole legacy is just he's purely the best goal scorer that we've ever seen in our life. And he does unbelievable things in order to do it. He does inhuman things to do it. And then, his whole issue of you can't win with Ovechkin. You can't win a championship with Ovechkin. And then he finally does it in 2018. And he wants another one because of course he does. And now he's chasing this. And it's like, this is the most unbelievable hockey player. I think Connor McDavid's a monster. Austin Matthews is a monster. Sidney Crosby's a monster. But Alex Ovechkin, think about it.
Yeah, I don't know though, because you when did you get into hockey? Like 2012, 2013? Okay.
Yeah, like just going into high school, unfortunately.
When I first started,
at least I got into NHL hockey around that.
Right. When I first got into NHL hockey, if you remember, it wasn't with the Blue Jackets.
It was with the Flyers and the Blackhawks, right?
Well, that was the first.
That was the first final, yeah.
The first game I ever went to in 2009 was the Penguins game. So the first several hockey games I went to because my dad's business partner was the Penguins. So I didn't, and we ended up becoming Blue Jackets fans after my dad and his business partner split up and whatnot because we didn't. So we were like, we'll go to Blue Jackets games because it's a hell of a lot cheaper at that point.
Yeah.
But first couple, and the Penguins and Blue Jackets didn't have a rivalry, so
not then.
Blue Jackets fan, but God, dude, Sidney Crosby in his absolute prime, he's still unbelievable.
Well, yeah,
that dude was doing things on a nightly basis that I had just never fucking seen before, and I still haven't seen. Connor McDavid's unbelievable. He blows by everybody. He has great stick. He's great. But there's just things that Crosby did that I've just never seen McDavid do.
There's always just the little things that Crosby does.
Exactly.
But then, back to Ovi and
yeah.
Literally, the way this guy creates the goals that he scores. I know he's got his signatures. He's got his
signature shot. I think sometimes we forget that that's not the only way he scores.
Exactly.
Do you know what my all-time favorite Alex Ovechkin goal is?
Was it the one against the Coyotes where he just tumbled?
It's not even that one, which is his best goal. It's his best goal. But the one that I find just so unbelievably fun was the one where he's in the neutral zone against the Canadiens, and he just put the puck off the boards to his left. and just did a spin around the defenseman to get to the puck. So he just went bank off the boards, right around the defenseman, drove right in on Carey Price, fell down, and he still scooped it past him.
Oh, gotta love it. Because, I mean, okay, he's one of the big...
So disrespectful.
Well, it's funny, too, because we never disrespect his shot, but people disrespect his size and his power and just the way this guy plays his all-around game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you remember when he accidentally trucked John McIsaac a couple of years ago?
I do.
Which was an unfortunate incident for McIsaac. Like, but the dude's a freight train.
He is. He's a freight train. And, he doesn't play any defense. And
no.
Nobody
he doesn't need to.
Exactly. Nobody gives a shit.
Oh, big ups to Ovi. Go after it. 125 more. So there was a whole brouhaha brewing over the NHL and the PHWPA.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing, they were supposed to meet next week to discuss merging with the PHF and creating a league and the NHL supporting the league financially and all of this stuff. I heard a rumor last night where the PHWPA does not want their support, which is, I mean, if they want to try to do it on their own, you can try. If they, it'd be nice to make a league out of both. Mm-hmm. If you take the union and then you just keep the PHF brand or whatever, and
I don't know what direction they're going to go with it because I don't have a ton of information on it, but
I mean, neither do I.
Interesting. Like it wouldn't be like I'm not against it because like I think like those two leagues merging would be cool because you'd have way more teams. Mm-hmm. It would make the playoffs more fun with more teams.
Yep,
it'd make it really interesting in a lot of different ways.
You get to showcase everybody. That's a huge name.
It would, and you wouldn't have to worry about like competing against each other. Mm-hmm. Just be there for one another, which I think would be good. And I think that you would see like significant growth financially.
Yes.
My only question is if they were to merge, is how it would affect expansion franchises, like because they're putting a team in Montreal, and I don't know if
they're going to work on one in Detroit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is like, okay, so I heard that they don't want the NHL's involvement, which kind of understandable.
Which is understandable. They are basically saying we don't trust Gary Bettman to do this right. And you know what? I totally get
it. I think we all get that. Do they talk to the PA? Like, do they talk to the NHLPA about it?
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what the best course of action is.
Because they're two different entities in their own, right? Yeah. Like the league versus the PA. Mm-hmm. You could. I don't know who runs the top of the NHLPA. Mm-hmm. But maybe.
They're just going to call up Adam Silver like you're the only smart commissioner on the planet.
Right, exactly. You've helped women's basketball. You could please.
For real. Like when I hear that that they don't want the NHL support, my instant reaction is I get it. For real. I get it. Like it's understandable. You're essentially saying you don't trust Gary Bettman to do this right.
Right.
I don't blame you for a second.
It's hard to trust Gary with a lot of things. And like we've said multiple times, a lot of it is his fault.
Yeah, he sucks. He's not good at his job.
And it's like we talk about commissioners being, shadow puppet masters for the ownership. Mm-hmm. Manfred and Gary are the worst ones.
It's not even close.
And I mean, Goodell is
unbelievable.
Seriously.
It is unbelievable that the work that has gone in the last 5 years from both Gary Bettman and Rob Manfred, they have somehow found a way to make Roger Goodell the second best commissioner in North American professional major sports.
I mean, we don't talk about the MLS. Just I don't follow soccer.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure even that commissioner is like fine in comparison.
He's, whoever the commissioner is, they gotta be.
Like, yeah, we want growth in women's hockey.
We do. Badly.
Absolutely. And, unifying the union and the PHF as a league, like, because I mean, it's the PHWPA is a players union. It's not like it's a league of its own.
Yeah.
But it more or less is, but it's like,
yeah,
mm-hmm. Bringing those two together and creating like a formal league.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they need, isn't it?
It is. It 100% is.
So, yeah, I hope they can reach an agreement within the next like year at least, because they're working on it, which is good to see.
Yeah.
They can do something by like 2023.
Hopefully, yeah. That'd be nice.
Wouldn't you love to just see like an actual like league game between like, I don't know. Imagine like Sarah Nurse scoring on Debian.
Look, or man. All I'm thinking about for this is like,
or like Hillary Knight going up against Marie-Philippe Poulin.
Yeah. Yeah. The greatest hockey player ever.
God, she's so brilliant.
She is.
But, just, yeah.
Like, there's just a genuine level of
concern,
frustration, more than anything with Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Because receiving support from the NHL could be a very good thing.
Yes, it absolutely can.
You got to be able to trust the people who are running it. And
they're having their own monetary issues with like just trying to recover from the pandemic.
It's not a league that cares about people.
No. Oh my goodness, I just realized something.
What?
Today is the 19th, which means we get our jersey sponsor revealed today.
Ooh.
They've been hyping this thing up for like crazy over the last week.
Yeah. Hopefully it's cool.
Hopefully it's a fun one. I know Ellie said like, ooh, they're bringing Donato's back. That was her guess.
I don't care who the sponsor is, so long as they help the Blue Jackets get some money.
Recoup some money, yeah.
They turn around and use that money and give it directly to Patrick Laine.
Let's talk some trades.
All righty.
Let's talk some trades. I got the trade tracker up.
Trade season, baby.
Oh, yeah. Deadline is Monday, and I mean, we'll see what we can do about Tuesday's show to recap the deadline. But we've got some big ones. Like we talked about the Manson trade and the Jostin Sturm swap last episode, which, okay, these are names that we knew were going to move and didn't know we were going to move at the same time. And they're huge names, more or less, like at least to set the market, right?
Right.
So the one that happened like just after The Rangers acquire Frank Vatrano from the Panthers in exchange for the later selection of either New York's own fourth rounder in 22 or the Jets' own fourth rounder in 22. So basically, the Rangers get Vatrano for a fourth rounder.
Yeah.
Good pickup for the Rangers. Vatrano's been great in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid bottom six guy that helps with depth. Mm-hmm. And the Panthers are more than okay with giving him up because they're loaded with depth. Frankly, they just needed to clear up some cap space.
Frankly?
Yep.
Frankly, Vatrano can move.
Get the hell off the podcast.
It's what are you going to do without me, huh?
I'll talk about Ben Chiarot and his underlying numbers.
I make this show. I create this show.
I'll email you the file.
But yeah, Ben Chiarot was that one. Wait, no, yeah, that one was the next one. Florida got Chiarot in the sweepstakes because of course they did.
Yeah, look.
It was weird to make this one a sweepstakes, wasn't it? Like,
here's the thing. When you look at all the underlying numbers for Ben Chiarot.
So they get a prospect and they get a first and a fourth.
Yeah, they got Tice Milanic, who is a former third-round pick who's playing at Quinnipiac right now.
Okay.
He's a pretty decent forward.
First rounder in 23 and a fourth in this year's draft.
Unprotected first round pick too.
Oh.
So if the Panthers have a shitload of injuries next year and suck, fuck your feelings.
Right. Which they won't.
Yeah.
I mean, they may have a shitload of injuries. They're not going to suck.
Yeah, they're still going to be good.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as Ben Chiarot's concerned, he's become one of the more polarizing figures in hockey, which is kind of hilarious. The reason he did is simply because of how he played in the playoffs last year. You look at a big physical defenseman who can score goals, is playing top pair minutes, and you look at all the underlying numbers and you're like, wow, this guy sucks. This guy sucks.
Well, because
I don't think it's totally fair.
Do we understand? Do we even understand the fact that the ask was so high?
Yes. Thank you.
Like Jeff Gorton making I don't know if this was Jeff Gorton's ask, if it was just if it was Bergevin's ask, because it wasn't Luke Hughes's. Right?
Yeah.
Because he just kind of came right in. Was it Gorton? I feel like it was Bergevin. Had been asking for the first the entire time, and Gorton just never budged from that.
Yeah. Here, God, it's just his player card's just so hilarious.
A first round pick.
His offense is 55%. His defense is 9%. Power play is 9%. PK is 6%. Penalties is 3%. His competition, though, 75%. Teammates, 79%. Finishing, 76%. Goals per 60, 42%. Primary assists per 60, 52%.
So what you're saying is literally everybody else is just better around him.
So his offense is pretty solid. Okay. But here's the thing. His role in Montreal was to be the number one defenseman.
This year.
It's an unfair role.
This year, yes.
He should be in. So perhaps with the change, here's the thing. He's not going to be the number one defenseman in Florida.
No, he's going to be like number 5.
Number 2 defenseman in Florida. He's not going to be the number 3 defenseman in Florida.
Like I said, he's going to be like 5.
That's why you can live with this if you're the Panthers.
Right.
Because you are picking up a defenseman who's built for playoff hockey.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a lot of minor penalties. The problem is in the playoffs, they don't call a lot of the penalties that he takes.
Well, they just don't call penalties in the playoffs.
And we saw that in the playoffs last year with Montreal when people were so in love with him and how he was playing throughout the course of the playoffs.
The ones they do call are Mitch Marner's puck over the glass.
Yeah, those are, yeah. It's
and then they ignore blatant stuff like what happened with Chychrun and Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like we know the officiating is inconsistent, but in terms of just how the playoffs are concerned, Ben Chiarot's a guy you kind of want to have around, especially in the third pair.
Sure.
Because if you're not playing him top 4 minutes, you can live with that, and you can live with him. Let me tell you, this guy can play either side. Play the left side, he can play the right side.
So then, what does that core look like
right
then?
Side of Ekblad, Weegar, and Chiarot does not sound like
it's actually not bad. That's a
any team in the playoffs playing against them.
That sounds like a rough time, and it could be Toronto. Do we see a battle of Florida in the first round? Do we see Toronto go up against Florida? Good luck, guys.
Well, it's not going to be a battle of Florida because I think the Panthers are going to lock down the division.
Right.
But when you look at their defensemen, so obviously they have Weegar and Ekblad, and those two have actually been playing together a little bit, which I kind of love as a top
I
player.
love that. That's great.
Gustav Forsling has improved his underlying numbers so much in the last 2 years since he became a Panther.
He's at least just stepped up. Like he's gotten a better role.
Their defensemen, man, they have Ekblad and Weegar, Gustav Forsling,
Radko Gudas.
Montour.
Oh, they do have Montour.
Radko Gudas. Imagine a third defensive pairing of Radko Gudas and Ben Chiarot.
Oh my God, that
you can
is
literally just call that the bouncer pair.
Seriously,
that's not a fun time. Neither of them are, superb defensively,
but they will.
That's a rough time.
They will beat the shit out of you.
Seriously, I wouldn't mind them just keeping Weegar and Ekblad together. Those two playing 30 minutes a night because they could launch so many minutes. They're so good defensively. Then you can give a hell of a lot of minutes to Forsling and Montour. I think they play well together. They both are pretty good offensively.
Right.
And then you got your bouncer pair, on your third pair of Gudas and Chiarot.
Just imagine that.
Because look, the Panthers are a soft skill team.
Yes.
They are. You got Huberdeau, Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe, Duclair, Lindell. You need some beef up there.
Yeah.
Because even Ekblad and Weegar on D. So you get other guys like Chiarot, Gudas, hell, even Sam Bennett is a pain in the ass to play against. He's also good offensively, but he's also a pain in the ass to play against.
Right.
Patrick Hornqvist.
Hornqvist is the most pain in the ass.
So let me tell you, man, it's a good fucking team. It's a really good fucking team. Mason Marchment.
Oh, that's right. Marchment having a renaissance.
For real. They got everything, man.
Yeah.
They got size, they got speed, they got skill, they've got some bite to their game. All this comes down to, frankly, at the end of the day for them, is how is Sergei Bobrovsky going to play in the playoffs?
I want to see Bob just succeed. I love that man.
Yeah, I do too. I want to see him do well.
I want to see him do well.
His numbers this year are hilarious.
I know.
He's playing 41 games, 917 save percentage. Pretty solid.
I like that for 31 years old. I like
Pretty
that.
good. 257 goals against average.
Could be better.
Good. I like it. 2 shutouts.
Okay.
Started 41 games. His record's 36-3.
Yay.
Look, man, his numbers are pretty solid, but his numbers do not equate on any other team.
To a 36-3.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God.
What a fucking team.
Oh man. And hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Spencer too. He got his first career shout out.
You did.
Good for Spencer Knight.
You know, only 17 saves against the Ducks, but I mean, 17 saves is 17 saves.
Yeah.
He did his job.
Really? They only allowed 17 shots to the Ducks?
They shot him out they outshot him 42-17.
Oh my God.
And
that just shows you how much on the prowl these Panthers are. Like, I didn't even mean for that to sound clever, but like, wow.
The game I went to for
the Buffalo game where the Sabres got killed.
He started, and I think he stopped 29-30. He's damn good at that game. The one goal that he gave up was incredibly weird, but his lateral movements great. You're starting to see some control in his game.
Starting to see why he was 13th overall.
Exactly. We've always known that the talent's there, but you remember earlier in the season they had to send this guy to the minors.
He was really, really struggling. Yeah.
Yeah. And every goalie goes through their struggles. Like we mentioned, look at Marc-Andre Fleury, but
look at Jonas Corposello.
I think they pray that this guy's gonna be better than him. But yeah, like he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And you know who else is gonna be fine? Devin Levi.
The last trade, which honestly, seriously, Florida is just winning everything that they're doing. Bill Zito, keep it up, brother. We miss you.
Real. I miss that dude.
GM of the year, Bill Zito. Please. And then Tampa made a big move, which Chicago is also starting the rebuild off on a huge foot and a weird foot.
I see what you did there.
I didn't even. Nope.
Who are the players? Do we know the players that they got in it?
So, okay, here's the trade breakdown. Tampa Bay Lightning acquire forward Brandon Hagel, which I was really surprised to see Hagel on the move still, even though his name was out there. They get a 4th round pick in this year's draft and a 4th round pick in 2024 from the Blackhawks. So they get Brandon Hagel and 2 4ths.
Yeah. Which the Lightning will use to draft 2 more Brandon Hagels. Enjoy your night.
Pretty much. And then going the other way to Chicago is Boris Tkachuk.
Okay.
Which, good for Boris. He's going to get more time.
But he wasn't getting any in Tampa?
I mean, he was getting like bottom 6 minutes.
Just like got a bunch of other guys in front of him.
Yeah, he's got like guys that you may never heard of, like Nikita Kucherov, and
they still have Steven Stamkos, dude. I'm pretty sure.
And maybe
they still have Steven Stamkos, dude. And he's like their 5th best player, but we'll get to
that. So Boris Tkachuk. The Blackhawks are getting the Erie Otters back together, which is kind of nice. Thank you, Mark. Because Taylor Radish went the other way.
Okay.
Taylor's going to get a lot more time, which is good.
So Boris Tkachuk and Taylor Radish, those are 2 solid young guys. Is that all they got?
2 conditional firsts.
Now, what are the conditions on the pick?
That I don't know. I got to click on this and maybe figure that out. 2 conditional firsts.
Are they just like lottery protected picks of like
under benefit? I'm trying to see if there's anything about these picks. Can you look on Cap Friendly's Twitter or whatever to see what they are? Because I'm not finding anything in just this article.
Sure. I certainly can do that for you.
Radish, 12 points, 7 goals, 5 assists in 56 or 53 games this year. Good for Taylor. He's finally getting NHL time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's so good to see, though, our Otter guys getting back together too. Like, just for a sentimental reason, like Alex, Dylan Strome, and Taylor Radish all coming together.
So 2 picks. It's a 2023 first round pick and a 2024 first round pick. So
okay. So
they don't have their pick. They don't have their first round pick for this year, I don't think.
Chicago?
No, Tampa. Well, Chicago obviously does, but I don't think Tampa does.
Well, they don't need any.
Well, they don't need any, but I can't remember what they used it for, but I'm like, they don't have it. But both picks are
doesn't matter what they
it doesn't. Both are just top 10 protected. So it's essentially
that's
just
it?
like I said, if they have a comical amount of injuries, like, and they were to be in the top 10 next year, which just isn't going to happen.
Dude, if they have a comical amount of injuries, they're just gonna do what they've always done. They're just gonna circumvent.
It's just, typical groundwork being done. Just they're not going to be picking in the top 10. We know it.
Yeah.
It's just due diligence,
right?
On Tampa.
They're going to get Chicago's going to get anywhere from 25 to 32.
Basically, that is what I would project for both picks. And Jake, a lot of people have been freaking out about this trade. And
I know Alyssa has.
They've been freaking out in terms of, like, you have 2 first-round picks and 2 players for Brandon Hagel.
Listen, okay. As a Blackhawks fan, Brandon Hagel has been one of the biggest bright spots of this season.
Mm-hmm.
He's 23 years old. He's got so much upside to his game. And
this guy, like you said, like, he's been a pretty good player for the Blackhawks, but it's amazing to me that people don't truly step back to analyze what value is. The Tampa Bay Lightning don't need these damn picks. They don't.
No, they don't.
They're going to be
not at all.
Picks. Like you said, they're going to be between 25 and 32, and they're in win now mode. What the hell do they need these picks for? Trade those picks and get a good player for cheap that you don't have to worry about on your salary cap. You got this guy for 3 cup runs.
Yeah, because 1.5 for the next 2 seasons after this.
I can't believe people are looking at this like they overpaid. They overpaid? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh. Dude, he's 23. He's getting paid not even $2 million for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You literally, like, the way that they handled the Barclay Goodrow and the Blake Coleman trades, this is exactly the same thing.
This is precisely what they did, and they won 2 cups off of it. And people are looking at them like, I can't believe they do it. 2 first-round draft picks? Yeah, because the 2 first-round draft picks in 2023 and 2024, prospects that won't play until 2027 or 2028 are going to help them in the Stanley Cup now. No. Come on. Use your head. For real.
They got their new Coleman.
They did. They got their new Coleman. They got their new Goodrow.
In one guy?
Yeah. They got a really, really good player. And for Chicago, they got 2, young guys who are just looking for an opportunity in Taylor Radish and Boris Kachuk. And they get 2 first-round picks out of it.
A huge jumpstart to the rebuild.
It is. It's a gigantic one. Well, especially considering the fact that they don't have their own first-round pick this year.
Mike Todd, win-win, right?
Yeah. Both sides get exactly what they need. But just to sit here and just be like, they overpaid.
No.
Even I don't think they did. But even if you think they did, who gives a shit? What, are they just going to hold on to these picks? What do they need him for? Throw him away.
Right. Oh man, all the best to Bagel.
Yeah, he's gonna do well in Tampa.
I love that name. I love food nicknames for hockey players.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think he plays with the depth that Tampa has. Third line. Imagine your third line with like Anthony Cirelli and Brandon Hagel and whoever else on the right.
They're just stupid.
It's so good
because Stamkos is on your top line.
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine you'd have Killorn and Palat with him.
Maybe, yeah.
And I would put, unless you want to put Kucherov there. God, there's so much they could do.
Yeah.
Forward. Okay, just the forwards. Stamkos, Killorn, Point, Palat. Corey Perry's got 33 points this season.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Liz, Hagel,
Pirelli, Ross Colton, Pat Maroon, Matthew Joseph, Brandon Hagel.
How does this sound? Hagel, Cirelli, Perry.
Jesus. Yeah, how does this sound? Killorn, Stamkos, Kucherov.
I mean, Cooch and Point play together so often.
Yeah. Because there's just so much flexibility with what they can do.
This is so good. These guys, I swear.
It's ridiculous.
This team. You got to remember, too, that most of that team was built by Steve Yzerman.
Yes, legitimately.
And then Brisebois just did a lot of cleanup work. And he's done perfectly.
I tell you, man, it's been the perfect transition because Steve Yzerman did such a good job building this team.
Mm-hmm.
And Brisebois came in and it was like, okay, you built it. I'm going to finish it. We're going to win cups now. And guess what? Steve Yzerman now gets to go back to Detroit, help their rebuild. He's doing a pretty damn good job. He's doing Steve Yzerman things.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. God, this team, Corey Perry is fucking 6th on the team in scoring.
Oh. If you can't beat him, join him, right? 3-peat.
Holy shit. Dude, this guy hasn't scored double-digit goals, mainly due to injury and, old age, since 2017 when he had 17 goals in 71 games. And he has 16 this season in 60.
Dude. Scory Perry is back, eh?
He hasn't eclipsed 30-plus points since 2017. He is 33. There's 22 games left. He's going to eclipse 40. This guy was drafted in 2003.
I know. In like the best first round ever.
Oh, dude.
God, Tampa is just silly.
They're ridiculous.
They're going for the 3-peat hard.
I think they can do it.
I think they could.
I've never once felt in my lifetime that a team had the opportunity to 3-peat. Not that that opportunity has come up very often.
Right.
But I remember when the Penguins won back-to-back cups, and I was pretty confident they were going to win the cup that year, like in 16 and in 17.
Right.
I didn't think they had a shot in hell of doing it in 2018. And it was mainly because I thought Tampa was going to do it. And ultimately, Washington beat them, and then Washington beat Tampa, and then beat Vegas to win the Stanley Cup.
Washington exercised their demons, and yeah.
It's so hard to do. They might do it 3 fucking years in a row.
Oh my God. It's just like, what else? Oh yeah. I forgot they have this plebeian named Andrei Vasilevsky.
We haven't even gotten into the defense.
No. Do we need to?
With guys like Well, I mean, there's this one really tall defenseman who's good at everything named Victor Hedman.
Uh-huh.
They also got Mikhail Sergachev.
Apparently his nickname is Sugar, so there's another food nickname, I guess. I don't know.
Wasn't aware of that.
I found that out last night.
Chernak.
Chernak has been such a revelation too, right?
Yeah.
They still got McDonough, right?
Yeah, they still got Ryan fucking
They
McDonough.
got Ryan McDonough still.
And then Cal Foote is a young kid who's still got upside.
Cal's good.
I was kind of hoping that he would be included in the Blackhawks trade because it was Nolan Foote that they traded to get Blake Coleman along with the first round pick, if you'll remember. So I was kind of hoping like, oh, their second Coleman trade. They traded another Foote to do it. So I could make a joke of like, man, they just love trading feet.
Too late, right?
Too late. Pain. Reason why I was like, no, fuck you and your stupid joke.
Instead, they get to have a nice bagel.
Yep. Some cream cheese.
God, I could go for a bagel and cream cheese right now.
100%. 100%.
Good luck, Brandon. You're going to be just fine. And then Chicago.
Luck, enjoy winning a Stanley Cup within the next 3 years.
Yeah. And then Chicago.
Only going to be one.
Good luck to Boris. Good luck to Taylor. You know, thank God Taylor's finally going to get some time. Yeah, we've been wanting to see we've seen Dylan Strome get his time. We've seen Brinksy get his time. Obviously, we've seen Connor McDavid get his time. He's Connor fucking McDavid. Taylor Radish is the one out of that Otters core that really just never got a chance until now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's going to get a chance in Chicago. Here's the thing: the beauty for the Blackhawks, you get 2 first-round picks, so that's
Radish, more food,
developing your future and whatnot. But you're getting 2 other players who you don't know. Like it's like that's how the Vegas was built in 2017 was
right. They
just
didn't
a
know
bunch of guys who just hadn't gotten a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they found their next Jonathan March or so in him. I don't know.
Dude, put Taylor with Connor. Put Taylor with Connor Murphy. Try it.
Why?
Just to try it.
He's not a defenseman.
Oh no, wait, he is a forward. Okay, maybe. Oh no,
with Connor, I was like, did he get traded to the Oilers?
No, I'm thinking of Darren. I'm thinking of his brother, I think. Because isn't Darren isn't there a Darren Radish? It's confusing with brothers in the NHL.
Oh, there is. I've never heard of him.
Darren Radish. Yeah, I remember Darren Radish.
Never heard of him in my life.
I'm pretty sure they both played for the Otters. Anyway, yeah. Best of luck to Kachuk and to Taylor and to Bagel. Bagel, go win yourself a cup, bud.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow. You know, it's a beautiful way to cap off that.
Right.
That day. Who else knows what we're going to see next today? If anything today. And then you got today, you got tomorrow, and then you got until what, like 3 p.m. on Monday? 2 p.m.? Something like that. So we're in for a treat. 3 p.m. We're in for a treat on Tuesday.
We are.
So a guy that was initially, floating around getting traded, he's sticking around. Hertl Power staying in San Jose for 8 years.
Yeah, I like the deal. And I like the deal just focusing specifically on Tomas Hertl. Okay. Mm-hmm. In terms of what he does, what he brings to the table, how he is as a player, it's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why people are criticizing the deal, though. The reason they're criticizing the deal is not because of Tomas Hertl.
Right.
It's simply because the commitment you're making to Tomas Hertl, considering where all the other money is placed in their cap situation. How much they're paying Erik Karlsson, Brent Burns, Marc-Edouard Vlasic. The Vlasic contract's the worst of all of them. You know, they're paying Chiarot a lot of money. And then you got to pay Timo Meier soon.
They still got to pay Meier. Yep.
It's tough. It's really tough for them. Thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't.
Just always hit that, right?
Yeah. But I get it. But I think he's a pretty good player. And I think for the Sharks, it was good to lock him up.
Well, it was a start. The whole start to everything was, it looked rocky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we thought he was going to move and it looked like the relationship wasn't going to mend between him and management. And then they talked and they worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's good to see Hertl's going to stay because Hertl's a really good player for the Sharks.
He's a really good player. He's a good piece moving forward. That's a piece I would want to keep around.
Gregor, a line like Gregor, Hertl, and LeBanc is always one of those lines that you can really rely on.
Mm-hmm.
I know Gregor isn't necessarily the best top six option, but like you could put him up there.
I wouldn't put him up there, to be honest with you.
I mean,
I would just try. Look, the Sharks are far away. They need to make some moves in the off season.
Hertl and LeBanc would drive the line anyway.
My first move would be finding a trade partner for Brent Burns.
Maybe, yeah.
Because at least with Karlsson, like he's overpaid.
Yeah,
but he still looks pretty good. Like
he still looks okay for his age now. He's not what he was in 2017 at all.
God, no, absolutely not. But he's still a damn good player, and I don't know if anybody's going to be willing to take that contract. So frankly, I'll just hold on to him.
Yeah,
they got to figure out what they want to do with Vlasic.
Yeah, Pickles. What do you do with Pickles?
Look, man, he had a great career.
Other than enjoy the
unbelievable career with San Jose, but he's past it, and he's getting paid a ton of money for a long time. I don't know what you do there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do with him. You'd probably swap Brent. So I don't know if you just when is Vlasic's contract up? Because that's something that
I promise you it's worse than you think.
Oh God. Whoa.
Let's see here.
Bless you. You missed that one.
Yeah. Okay. Cap friendly.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your reaction. Uh-oh.
When do you think the contract ends?
Oh God. Is it like 2027?
It's 2026.
Oh. Is it buyout proof? Because I don't know if you can even do that.
The last 3 years of it have a modified no move clause.
Okay.
I don't believe it is buyout proof.
Okay, so they could go that route if they have the money to do it. If you move Burns, you buy out Vlasic. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Fucking brutal fucking deal, man.
Hertl's deal's fine. Let's remember that this is Tomas Hertl praise, right?
Yeah, no, Tomas Hertl's deal is fine. I have no issue with this deal. It's like I said, it's entirely like the reason that it's not viewed as well, it's not because of his deal. It's just because of where the money else is elsewhere on the team.
Right.
Because he's got a no move clause for next year, like a full no move clause next year. So it's not like you can make a move on him this year.
Right.
Like you can buy him out with 3 years left. What does a buyout look like for the final 3 years of his contract? That's like what, 6 years you're paying him?
It's 6, yeah. Because didn't the Wild buy out the last 3 of both Parise and Suter?
Yeah.
So that's 6 years, which they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, the Wild are more in trouble because that's 2 contracts.
So,
but
the clause in his contract, okay?
In Vlasic's, okay.
2023. So it starts in the 2023-24 season.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 years of his deal, he submits a 3-team trade list. 3 teams. Damn.
Only 3. That's a I think we got to move on from this topic. We're running long and yeah.
Wow.
I want to give one more shout to good for Thomas for staying. Good for Thomas to commit. Hope they can build around it.
I hope they can too. It'll be hard, but I hope they can do it for him because he's a hell of a player.
Thomas and Timo, those are the 2.
That needs to be the duo moving forward.
Right. Yeah. One more big ups. This is to Claude Giroux, 1,000 games played, all in a Flyers uniform.
Congratulations, Claude. Hope you enjoyed it.
Captain Claude.
Enjoy your trade to the Florida Panthers.
One of the best Flyers ever.
For real. Unbelievable career. Don't know if this is going to necessarily be the end for him at the Flyers. Maybe he returns to them one day, but
we still got to wait to see if he moves and when he moves.
Well, I mean, he's going to be dealt.
So he stayed behind with Chuck Fletcher to work something out.
Like he's going to be traded.
That's why he did. Yeah, that's why he didn't travel with the team recently. He stayed behind with Chuck to work a trade out, essentially.
Yeah.
So who knows? I will say it was fun. Frank Saravalli had this tweet where all the concession stands. What's your favorite kind of grilled cheese, man? Because that's all the concession stands had his signature grilled cheese going on.
Yeah, he's a grilled cheese enthusiast.
I will say so there's this place about 15 minutes from me or whatever, 15, 20 minutes from me. That is it's a rock and roll style bar. That has throwback 80s stuff. Literally some of the coolers behind the bar are modeled after Pac-Man arcade machines, which is awesome.
Right.
And they play, all sorts of classic rock and stuff. And it's called Melt Bar and Grilled. Because their signature thing is grilled cheese stuff and all sorts of different, I've gotten a chicken parm sandwich from there. I've gotten this thing called the Dude Abides, which has literally, it's you just get you get a customized grilled cheese or a customized mac and cheese.
Yeah, they have it at Cedar Point, and I would go there from time to time when I was working there. And they have a few around Cleveland.
It's fantastic.
They're so good.
They're fantastic so good. Because it's just literally everything that they do is deep fried, and it's my god.
And it's so unhealthy for you. But
they make the sandwich. The bread is this thick. It's
super thick because it needs to hold everything together. You need something you can grasp, but you get
but then you can't fit it in your mouth.
Bacon in it, so good.
I got the Wake and Bacon recently, the one with the fried egg. Oh,
fried, yeah. No, dude, those are so good.
But seriously, okay, yeah, Melt is my favorite kind of grilled cheese place, bar none. anymore. Because it's just like they make the sandwich and then they just boom, they put it in the deep fryer and then they bring it out. It's like this huge fucking mess.
I wish they had some around here because I haven't been to a Melt in a while. You're making me fucking hungry right now.
And it's great. It's just like, wow, because they do
from you.
I'm gonna go to Melt again soon just because now I'm thinking about it. I also because they tweeted. I think the NHL either posted on Facebook or tweeted the actual recipe for like the way Claude Giroux does his grilled cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to try to do that. He serves them with ketchup. I don't think I've ever done it with ketchup. I've only done it with tomato soup.
I mean, I usually like if I'm just having a regular grilled cheese, I usually have it with ketchup.
I don't think I've ever tried it with ketchup. I mean, I'm sure it's great.
It's pretty good. I think it complements it well.
But yeah, grilled cheese, people.
Stick taps to grilled cheese in 1,000 games. Enjoy being Florida.
Best of luck, Claude. Next episode we will have this Blues game tonight to recap. We will have maybe a special guest for trade deadline stuff. Maybe. And then that game that day, they are also at Pittsburgh. So we'll be pod day on a game day.
Sounds good to me.
And we'll see you then, everybody.
Jake Jackets, a podcast for fifth liners and all puckheads around. Follow the guys on Twitter at Snake Gehringer, GARRINGER, and at by J Ashdown. And subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen. March on.